Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger. Anyone been with me long enough to remember the days when I would so constantly apologize for schedule delays that you all actually had to tell me to stop doing it? Good times. Not what I'm apologizing for today. There's been an ongoing issue with my Dino Fury episode reviews, and instead of taking the time to explain myself in the video, I chose to have a little bit of fun with my irritation over the issue, which was inappropriate. Ever since Dino Fury began, I have resisted assigning gender-specific pronouns to both Void Knight and Boom Tower. This has led a significant number of my viewers to feel that I'm trying to push some kind of political agenda via my reviews. I consider this idea to be patently ridiculous, which is why I felt comfortable mocking it. Like so. So now they know that Void Knight wants it. That's right, they sure want that Nexus Prism. They do, they, gender neutral pronouns. Okay, sorry, moving on. Anyway, hey look, there's Boom Tower. It says that it can retrieve the prism, and with the Sporix inside, what Sporix beast is that anyway? It can also beat the Rangers too. They tell it to not come back if they fail, but it says that it gets the dog. Just poking that bear. This is a decision that I've come to regret after several people who were actually calm and rational about the whole thing pointed out to me that it really wasn't a great idea to do so. Some people were already upset about what they thought I was doing, and here I was just rubbing it in. So yeah, that wasn't the greatest idea. Here is a calm, rational explanation of why I use gender-neutral pronouns for Void Knight and Boom Tower. Let's start off with Void Knight. For everything that we factually know as of the end of Episode 8 of Power Rangers Dino Fury, Void Knight is a walking, talking suit of armor. Void Knight could be a man. Void Knight could be a woman. Void Knight could be a genderless alien. Void Knight could be a gopher that's co-opted Dynamon's robo-suit technology. But OR, you interject, Void Knight has been referred to on the show by several characters as he or him, and official materials, such as the Power Rangers website, use male pronouns for Void Knight. Who remembers Dr. K from Power Rangers RPM? Starting out as a digitized voice on a screen display, everyone on the show assumed that Dr. K was male. Until she decided to reveal herself.
What? You thought I'd be taller?
Charlie, the SPD A-Squad Red Ranger, was assumed by everyone to be male until she was revealed to be female. They even gave her a male-sounding name to throw everyone off on that. And in a slightly less fitting, but I still think apropos example, everyone assumed the male Jaden Sheba was the true Samurai Red Ranger until it was revealed that his sister, the female Lauren Sheba, was actually the one intended to hold that role. I'm playing into a mystery. I've had some commenters tell me that Void Knight is obviously male. How? No, really, how? We've never seen them outside of the armor, which includes a helmet that covers the entire head and face. The voice! He's got a male voice actor. Have we already forgotten just from last season that Evox had one voice, and then Evox was revealed to be Venjix, and the voice changed? And okay, listen, I don't feel that this warning is inherently necessary, but I know that some of you watching these videos do, so I am about to make a comment regarding human sexuality. I am going to count down from 5, during which you may pause this video and get the kids out of the room or whatever it is you're going to do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've even seen some people start to say that since Void Knight called a woman floating in a tube of goo my love, they must be male. Lesbians exist. Do I expect Power Rangers to go in that direction? No, absolutely not. But I'm going to acknowledge the possibility. So, now that like 5 or 10 people have stopped watching and unsubscribed from my channel, let's talk about Boomtower. Boomtower is a robot. Robots do not have genders. Hey now, Orange Ranger, I hear you saying, you always profess to being a huge Star Trek fan. Data from Star Trek The Next Generation is an android that is even fully functional and is considered by everyone to be male. Yes, Data is an android, not a robot. In fact, let's just ask him, hey Data, are you an android or a robot?
I am an android, not a robot.
Boomtower is a robot that looks like a castle. Castles don't have genders either. It's actually kind of funny. Void Knight has been the bigger controversy in this, but Boomtower is the one I'm actually more certain of. Void Knight is probably, there's like a 95% chance, I think, of Void Knight being male. I acknowledge that. And for the record, if Void Knight is male, I'm fine with that. I'm more specifically concerned about what character who Void Knight actually is than what gender they are. But Boomtower is always going to be a genderless castle robot. So I hope that I've demonstrated that this really is not about politics. Now, I have very strong feelings revolving around the politics and meaning of gender because I have several friends who are transgendered people. By the by, as someone else in the YouTube comments pointed out, this is why I list my pronouns in my Twitter bio. I am obviously a cisgendered male. However, people who are transgendered do need to list their preferred pronouns in places like their Twitter bios, and me doing the same helps them feel less othered for having to do so. It is called empathy. However, number 1, I'm starting to drift back into politics, and I'm insisting that that's not what this is about. And number 2, I'm starting to rant a little bit in what is supposed to be an apology video, so moving on. Hopefully, I have demonstrated that I have a plot-centered reason for choosing the pronouns that I have. In fact, you might remember that I even called mucus they until I saw a tweet from Simon Bennett confirming that mucus is female. Now, I did have someone on Twitter, when I made this argument there, point out that I called Solon she from the very beginning of the show. And here's the thing about that. They were absolutely right. Solon's appearance and voice seem to be female, but that's counteractive to the argument that I'm making about Void Knight. At least as far as the voice, I will maintain nothing about the armor is distinctly male or female. Looks can be deceiving. I was inconsistent about that, and I apologize for that as well. I am not sorry for calling Void Knight they and Boomtower it. What I'm sorry for is flaunting it, throwing it into the face of people who are upset about it. My opinion on the subject, the subjects actually, has not changed, but I didn't handle this well. I danced, I giggled, I outright laughed, and I even totally admitted to attempting to upset people. Hence the whole poking that bear comment. I am truly sorry. I desire to hold myself to a higher standard than that. A moment of weakness inspired by a litany of comments and questions, a few of them respectful and curious, but many more of them mean-spirited and hateful. Yes, but again, higher standard. I messed up, heroes, and I am really sorry for that. I will not flaunt this issue again. In fact, I'm going to try not to mention it again. but I'm going to keep calling Void Knight they until their specific character and gender are revealed to the audience. And I'm going to keep calling Boom Tower it until they have a Pinocchio moment where they get turned into a real boy or something. I apologize if that upsets you, but as I said before, you can vote with your views. By which, because there was a little confusion about this last time, I mean you can either keep watching or stop watching. And that's not some epithet that I'm spitting in your direction. I say that with my complete blessing. I wish you well either way. In fact, may the power protect you.